There was a little boy. He was out in his front yard playing. This man came walking down the street, kind of frustrated. He said, "Son, I am lost. Can you tell me how to get to the post office?" The little boy said, "Yes, go to the stop sign and turn left. It is right around the corner." He thanked him. He said, "By the way, I am the new pastor here in town. If you would come to my church this Sunday, I will tell you how to get to heaven." The little boy said, "No thanks. You do not even know how to get to the post office." Dear friends in Jesus Christ, as the disciples in today's gospel struggle with the raging elements, they may have wondered, where is Jesus? He was the one who made them get into the boat and go on again to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. The answer to the question was Jesus was praying. Having sent his disciples across the sea in a boat, he went up into the hills to pray. He was alone in prayer, and yet his prayer did not remove him from his disciples. While praying, he became aware of his disciples' struggle in the small boat with the great sea, and he came to them in their struggles. In our own struggles, with what life can throw off, we can find ourselves asking, "Where is the Lord? Where is Jesus?" At such a times, the Lord is never far from us. In his letter to the Romans, Paul speaks of Jesus as the one who is at the right hand of God, interceding for us. It is reassuring to think that the risen Lord is always praying for us. He is prayerfully present to us in our struggles as he was prayerfully present to his disciples as their boat was tossed about. When the disciples first had a sense of the Lord's presence to them in the storm, they thought he was a ghost, and they were terrified. Yet, there is nothing ghostly about the Lord's presence to us. It is not the kind of presence that generates fear. He is present to us at those moments when we sense our frailty, is always a supportive, loving presence, and as St. John says in one of his letters, perfect love casts out the fear. The Lord says to us at those moments, "Courage, it is I, do not be afraid." Yet, like Peter in the Gospel, we can doubt the Lord's presence and we can become too preoccupied by the storm that we sense that we are going under. At such a times, all we can do is to pray the prayer of Peter, "Lord, save me." We have all prayed those type of prayer at some time in our life. It is a prayer out of the depths. One of the Psalms in the Old Testament begins, "Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. Lord, hear my voice." The Gospel suggests that this is a prayer the Lord will always answer. As he did for Peter, the Lord will put out his hand and hold us. A question that today's gospel prompts us to ask is, what keeps me afloat when life is a struggle? We could answer that question in different ways. It could be our family or it could be our own friends. As people of faith, we would add, knowing that the Lord will the Lord walks with me on the stormy waters, which He alone can calm. The Lord comes to us when we battle against the headwinds of life, but today's first reading suggests that He also comes to us in the calm, in what the reading calls the sound of a gentle breeze. The Lord whispers to us in silence. If we can learn to hear Him whispering in the silence, we will become more attuned to His powerful voice in the noisy storm.